Welcome back to Simply Fajika, a place for budding and aspiring entrepreneurs. My name is Fajika, and I serve this community as a business mentor and an overall cheerleader as you all start your journeys. So if you have been following me, we have just concluded the YouTube short series, which was 30 Days of Home Care. And one of my final videos that did really well was changing your mindset from employee to employer. So I decided to turn that into a full length video because it seems like that's something that you all wanted to talk about. Because as you know, starting a business is more than just the function of your business. It's about changing your mindset. It's about building good operational habits. And it's even changing how you see yourself. So we're going to break all of that down and more in this video. And if you know someone who is going through this home care agency journey, feel free to share this content with them if you feel it'll benefit with them. So if you are interested in today's topic, and I hope that you are, then stay tuned. So we're going to start this video by discussing what is the mindset of an employee. Well, an employee does a certain amount of work for a certain amount of hours, and they rely on that paycheck that they receive on the cadence that is specified, whether that's weekly, biweekly, or monthly. Employees are also task driven. Typically, you have hired somebody to perform a certain task. Once they perform that task for that duration that we talked about previously, then they expect to receive payment for executing that task. So examples of this are clocking in, clocking out, waiting for direction, understanding what their assignment is and working towards that. And a lot of times people are driven by their personal responsibilities in terms of why they come to this job for that payment. But when you become a business owner, everything shifts. You're not just working in the business, you're creating it. So I think a natural transition, the second point we're going to discuss is what is that employer mindset, which is a mindset I very much enjoy. And that's because you get to execute your vision. So you're not so much task driven, right? Because you actually own the vision that is your business. Employers think about long term. They think about growth. We think about how can we sustain our business and what is the impact of it. You are the one making the decisions. So typically the employee is carrying out decisions that you have made as the employer. That means that you're responsible for that risk, but also reward. You are now a leader. That means you set and enforce the culture. You build and lead the team. But the beautiful part about this is you are the one, your business is creating opportunities. So let's take this as an example for home care. Instead of just providing the care, now you're hiring caregivers. You're creating plans, you're building systems, and ultimately you are making sure that your clients are getting the best experience. So the biggest takeaway from this is you're moving from asking yourself the question, what do I need to do today, to what needs to be built so my business thrives long term. So now the third area we're going to talk about, well, what are some practical shifts that you need to make in order for you to be successful? Well, the first is time management. You create your own schedule. So you're no longer clocking in and out. You are determining based on your business need where your time should be best spent. You're prioritizing leadership and strategy over just performing tasks. Your money mindset has to shift. Instead of only earning, you're investing in growth. This means staffing. This means marketing. This is your operations. We are also talking about accountability. That mind shift has to change as well because you're not reporting to a boss. The boss is you. You're accountable to your clients, your caregivers, and ultimately yourself, your team. The fourth item I want to discuss in this section is accountability to continuing to grow, which is something that I love. As an employer, you're investing in knowledge. You're investing in policies, compliance, your marketing, your leadership. How have you invested in yourself to ensure that you are continuing to grow and that you have a mindset for your employees to also grow and thrive under your business model? The last thing I want to talk about today is just that encouragement for you to get started or to keep going. And then just a small reality check. I completely understand from experience that there's going to be some fear in this transition. This is huge. I remember when I think what's held me back so long from making that transition to employee to employer, looking back, I was afraid of producing that income. I felt comfortable in earning a check every 2 weeks. But the older I got and the wiser that I got, there really is no comfort in someone else paying you ever. So I knew all of the tools along the way, all of the years of experience that I worked, I knew that I could apply those things into my own business. It ultimately helped me want to take that risk on this thing that we all call entrepreneurship. Now, I will share something with you. This has, and I think I've said this several times in this channel, these last coming on 5 years that I have worked for myself or worked with my husband and myself has been some of the most fruitful, blessed years that I have ever experienced in my life. However, I will tell you that I have also um, cried the most. I have been frustrated, and I have never worked so hard. Even with all of that being said, the employer side of it, I wouldn't change it for anything. I wouldn't go back to it by choice for anything. It is so rewarding to be the person to move that needle forward or lead your team members to move that needle forward and to make a difference in the people's lives that are surrounding you. So remember, I want to encourage you that you can have that same story. You can tell a better one. That shift is possible. You need the right support, resources, and most important of all, your mindset. You have got to change your mindset. So if you are in the process of shifting from employee to employer and you don't know where to start, I do want to share that I am starting a business academy. It is launching on October 3rd. You can get more information about the academy in the video description. As always, you all know I'm going to wish you well in your journey. I definitely want to be your biggest cheerleader. You can always reach out to me for more content on Instagram at simplyfajika, or you can email me at simplyfajika@yahoo.com. If you enjoyed this video and you've seen me here a couple of times, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then hit that bell notification so that you're notified each and every time I drop a new video. That's all I have for you all today. Stay blessed.